Hey guys, so we're just waiting for Miss Earth USA 2020 Lindsey Coffey to connect. So I think she's in. Let me see. Hey!
Hi.
Hi, Lindsay. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Oh my goodness, I love your crown.
Oh,
Oh
you mean my $39.99 eBay special?
my God, no, that looks like the richest of the rich. Those are Swarovski crystals. You look
Isn't
fabulous.
it? Well, thank you, darling. Well,
I,
where's your repurposed crown?
I know. I ran out of toilet paper. I was making.
I can't believe people are still using toilet paper. You know what? I stopped using toilet paper like 2 months ago. You know what I've been using? You know those
What?
little plastic bottles that you put water inside, and it has
Yeah.
this little special like end or tip like that. That's what I've been using. I swear to God, it's the
Seriously?
best. Oh my God, you need to try it. You need to
That's honestly like one of those expensive toilets, but like the cheap way to do it.
try.
That's actually like that's genius. You don't
Oh
have
my
to
God,
pay.
it's
You don't have
amazing. I know it's made in China, but who cares?
No,
Okay.
you don't have to spend all that money on one of those bidets or whatever it's called.
Bidet. It's a bidet.
A bidet. Wait, is
Yeah.
that a bidet or did you make a bottle?
It's a bidet. No, it's you can ask, I got it from Amazon. I got two of
Oh,
them.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
so it's literally a bottle.
It's a plastic bottle. It has a special tip. It's like a hook.
Oh,
And you
wow.
just fill it up with water and you just like squeeze it under your butt and you're all set,
And
darling.
it works though?
Oh my God, yes. I've never felt so clean in my
Oh
life.
my God. Okay, that's honestly genius. I didn't even know Amazon sold those things. That's
Oh my
crazy.
God, you have to get two. And
I'm living under a rock.
you can take them for, whatever you travel. So who cares about toilet paper? Just get rid of the toilet paper.
Honestly, you would save so much money.
Oh my God, yes.
Like
Well, I'm
so
so
much money.
happy to see
I
you.
know, it's so nice to actually meet you. So I'm so excited.
You know what? I have a very strong feeling that you're gonna win. I really
Okay.
do. I
Okay.
really do. I really
But
do because USA has been doing so good in Miss Earth. I mean, what? Last year we were first runner up. We're Miss Earth Air.
we've never won. How
We've never
crazy is that?
won. We've never won. And I've been like reading a lot of these pageant comments on different pageant forums and message boards like Mississology,
Mhm.
Global Beauties and whatnot. And they all have you as the favorite. So, I mean, take
It
it.
makes me nervous.
Honey, don't be. You're going to do
But
very well.
I'm so afraid that I'm not a superstitious person, but I'm so afraid that all of these like number one hot picks are like gonna jinx me. And then the day the crowning comes and it's
Yeah.
like, oh nope, didn't win. So I'm
Well,
so nervous.
well, you have to think of yourself as the winner already. You,
It's
you,
hard.
you need to visualize that crown on your head. You know what I
It's hard,
mean?
especially because I'm brand new and I kid you not, I know nothing. So like it's hard to imagine me winning something that I literally have never even done before. So it's crazy.
Yeah, I've been reading a lot of your bio, and you told me before that you never had any pageant experience.
I've only been technically in one pageant, but it happened right before Miss Earth.
Uh-huh.
So I'm brand new. It was back to back. So it's still kind of like a first all like packaged into one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been crazy. Actually, let me adjust my light real quick because I
Yeah.
see it.
Okay, sure. Go ahead, honey. Take your
One.
Yeah.
I'm in a hotel at the moment.
I see your ring light, the reflection of your ring light.
You? Oh, you see it? Okay.
I
Yeah.
have one. I have one too.
Yeah, I'm lugging this around. It's massive. It's like 12 inches and it
Yeah.
comes in like a huge little box. And I'm like, it weighs more than my luggage essentially. So it's
Yeah.
so hard.
Yeah, I get everything on Amazon. I mean, I have my ring light from Amazon. I have my little microphone right here from
Oh,
Amazon.
that's so
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I just got it. Can you hear me like clearly?
Oh, perfectly. Can you hear me
Okay.
all right? I don't have a microphone, but
Wonderful. Yeah. So you're
perfect.
traveling right now.
I am. I'm in a hotel.
Is
Like,
it like related to your modeling, to your job as a model?
no, this one typically yes, but this time I was actually Miss Earth related where I was just doing a fun little film thing where I don't know, I honestly don't know much about it. I was just kind of here.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we were shooting for this new series that this producer's in the middle of making. So I really don't know much about it. It all revolves around a photographer, but
Mhm.
they wanted to shoot title holders. And so honestly, I'm kind of just like there kind of like as an extra. Like it's not about me, it's mainly about the photographer. But I was just kind of like the Miss Earth USA coming in to like shoot with her. So it was,
okay.
yeah, it was like that.
Okay, so how did you find out about Miss Earth? Did a friend of yours suggest that you compete or?
Well, what happened was when I had that first pageant, everyone started DMing me like pageant related.
Right, right.
So I found Miss Earth, and that was brought to my attention. And when I looked into it, I was kind of shocked because I was like, I didn't know a pageant system like this existed. And it aligned with all of my priorities and priorities that I've had since I was little. So having a pageant system that actually focuses on something that I'm passionate about, I was like, okay, this seems like I was meant to do this. And it was crazy too. So I literally like just made the deadline. I just made the age cutoff, and it was like the stars aligned and just kind of guided me to it. Like I was supposed to do it.
Yeah. So you're what? You're 28?
I'm 28. I'm old.
Honey, you're like 16.
Oh my God, thank you. Today though, no, the photographer today and the producer, when they asked me how old I was, and I was like 28, they were like, oh my God, I thought you were 20. And I was like, yeah.
So you're what? You're 5'9"?
I'm 5'9", 5'9.5" actually, but I just stick to 5'9".
So that's the ideal height for a high fashion model, for a runway model.
It's the minimum for sure. And for just modeling in general, 5'9" is like the sweet spot because you're not too tall, you're not too short. But typically on runways, you'll see a lot of 5'10", 5'11", but 5'9s you can still walk. So I've done a few shows myself and a few fashion weeks, but there's between 5'9" to like 5'11", but 5'9 is definitely the sweet spot.
Right. Yeah. I think one of the original supermodels, I forgot her name. She has a mole on.
Oh, Cindy Crawford.
Cindy Crawford. She's not even 5'9". She's like 5'7.5".
Honestly,
But yeah, but because of she has like a very thin bone structure, and she's she's slender. Yeah, she looks tall on the runway. But I love her. She's one of my favorite. And then my ultimate favorite supermodel, I don't know, is Linda Evangelista.
Okay, I know Evangelista. I know that name. I don't know why I can't think of her face.
She has a beautiful classic cheekbones, classic look.
That's what I'm thinking.
She's a true chameleon because she changes her image like every 5 seconds.
Oh, really?
And
yeah.
Look her up. She's amazing. She's just beautiful. And of course, we have Naomi Campbell and Giselle Bunchkin and whatnot. I mean, those are the top ones. And I can see. And of course, you're going to be following their footsteps.
I better be. I'm working towards that.
Okay, this is one thing. I like fashion. I'm not a fashionista, but I love beautiful clothes. I love wearing them and stuff and everything. And I've been following like the modeling industry for 20 years. And I love fashion. Anything has to do with beauty and fashion, I love. But what I didn't like was that when fashion magazines started putting celebrities on the cover of magazines, like I said to myself, what happened to the supermodels? What happened to professional models? Why are you putting this ugly Hollywood bitch? You know what I mean? Like, what is going on?
Right, well, they're still gorgeous, but nonetheless, they're not models. So I 100% agree with you. That was a huge thing in the industry because it happened when I was still here. So all of my girlfriends and stuff, we kept talking like they're literally stealing our jobs.
Yeah.
All of our covers, our spreads, everything. I 100% stand right behind you on that. They're already famous. They're in movies. They're in film. Stick over there. We're going to stay over here. Everyone will be happy.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, what do they have like, they live in like $1 billion homes. They have like 5 cars. They have like a full service, like they have 6 maids, a chauffeur, a cook, and everything. Like, why do you need to have your face on the cover of a beauty magazine? Just leave the models, okay?
Thank you.
It's just so silly. Now, I've been also watching some of these fall, winter 2021 fashion shows in Europe. Like I saw the Givenchy collection. I saw the Carolina Herrera. Who is your favorite designer? Do you have any?
I don't have a favorite designer. If what you'll learn about me is I literally don't have favorites. I don't have favorites of anything. It's crazy. I don't know what it is. I just never, I do of course have like brands that I like, but I like so many, it gets to the point where I just can't even single one out. It's nuts. Do you have a favorite?
Givenchy, the classic Givenchy. Okay, I love Audrey Hepburn. I think she's one of my favorite glamour Hollywood movie stars. Something about her look that to me is screams classic beauty. You know, I've seen Breakfast at Tiffany so many times.
I've never seen that.
Oh my God, girlfriend!
Don't
You need
touch
to
me.
see that.
I know. I've never, and it's been on my list to watch. Never seen it.
Oh my God, something about her aura, her personality, it's just classic elegance. So anyway, it was Givenchy who dressed her. So I love anything that has to do with Givenchy. I also like Carolina Herrera. She's a Venezuelan designer, and she's, you know, she's very big. Classic Chanel. I always go for the classic
Yeah.
because you can always use them time and time again. So
Yeah.
Chanel, you know, Chanel, and of course Alexander McQueen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just amazing. And of course Jean-Paul Gaultier and I forgot his name, John something. Oh my God, he works for anyway, but he's just amazing. There's so many like wonderful fashion designers, I think.
Honestly, they are amazing, and they're so unique. A lot of them too can separate themselves from the pack in such dramatic ways, and it's honestly that's just what you know them by. So I agree. There's so many amazing ones.
Did you watch Project Runway?
Well, a couple of my friends are on it. I've never really watched it, but like maybe if I'm like supporting a friend, but I've never really like got into it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I used to watch it when when it used to be in Bravo network, and then they switched, and it said something's still going on. It's not the same anymore, so I stopped watching altogether. But I like the chemistry between what's her face, the super Heidi Klum,
yeah, and
yeah, and Tim, whatever his name is. But anyway, so I thought it was great. Anyway, let's go back to you as Miss Earth USA 2020. You know, I sent you several questions. These are questions that come combination of, you know, coming from fans and also coming from moi. Now, why do you think that you are the best candidate for Miss Earth 2020? Tell me, girl.
All right, I will tell you. So I really honestly think everyone who has their titles now would make a great Miss Earth. But what really makes me stand out that I feel would really embody what Miss Earth stands for is that I've seen the world and I've traveled to multiple countries, and not just for tourist reasons, but I've lived there and I've immersed myself in there. So I've learned how to live like a local in multiple countries on 6 out of our 7 continents. So when I think of Miss Earth, I'm not just an American, I'm more than my country. And to be Miss Earth, you have to be more than your country. So since I've lived in multiple countries, I've seen their beauty, I've seen their struggles. That's what I feel like it takes to be Miss Earth.
Awesome. Okay, so what is your favorite country?
My favorite, again, I don't know favorites.
Oh, you said you don't have favorites, yeah.
But I will say my favorite continent, most of them like leaning towards favorite if I had to pick one. I mean, it has to be Africa. So I just love Africa. Oh, I love it so much, honestly. And Europe is awesome as well. I haven't been to Antarctica yet, but I really want to. So that might be one of my favorites. But I really honestly have a special place in my heart for Africa.
Okay. Did you do safari?
I have done a safari, an authentic safari. So where you're actually immersive and not really interacting much with nature because you're just kind of there. So it's not like a zoo. It's a proper, authentic safari.
Wonderful. Now, I know that you have a bachelor's degree in political science. So what do you think, what type of career does a political science major prepare you to?
Honestly, a political science degree can be so versatile. It is a very versatile social science. So with a political science degree, you can, of course, be a political scientist and work and analyze the operations of the political systems and really focus on studying the governments and their policies. So that is what a political science would do. But then you can also work in law, you can work in education, you can work as a public relations manager. Honestly, the opportunities are endless. There's so many.
Have you ever thought, are you interested in running for political office someday?
Okay, the funny thing is, when I was younger, I always ran for like, I was president of my student government and all that stuff. So any club I was a part of, I was always an officer. And I love that because I feel that just suits my personality because I really like to get involved, not just to be there, but to really make things happen. So honestly, I would love to hold a political office. It's just in terms of getting there, since I haven't prepared for it thus far in life. it would take a lot this late in age to really run for a substantial political office, really.
Now, should you decide to run for political office, let me give you one advice.
Okay.
Okay, you better not have any skeletons in the closet,
Oh,
because people will be digging a lot of dirt.
I kid you not. I was just talking about this with a friend. I literally have the cleanest background because we were talking about just scandals. And I kid you not, if somebody like dug deep into my history, they would find nothing. They would probably fall asleep from like boredom because there's nothing there. Because I've never even drank alcohol before. So
Okay.
I'm so pure. It's like if you were to try to find something, I'd pay you to try and find something because I know I would win. But yeah, we were
Okay,
talking.
well, what about your social media? Have you posted anything scandalous or controversial on your social media?
Okay, so to get into that, when I first won the title of Miss Earth USA, as a model, of course, we pose implied nude or something like that, but it's very tasteful. So there's obviously a difference, a visual difference when you see my photo versus something in like Playboy. So
Yeah,
there's a huge difference in taste.
right.
So I, of course, have images where I am implied and it's very tasteful, or I would not have done the job. So, because we always have a say whether we want to work with a client or not. And there are images like that where, for example, the first lady, she was a former model. So whenever you look up images of her, there's nothing that you see that makes you think that's
Right.
very tasteless or think ill of her. So that's honestly my exact same situation.
So you've never modeled topless.
I've been topless but covered up. But
Covered.
like, and then there's been during like fashion shows where it's very like high fashion editorial, I would maybe have a sheer shirt on, but it's not like anything was exposed, but it was just like a light material or something like that.
And I think as a model, I think you would sense, whether or not this project is for you. I mean,
Absolutely.
not to sound purist, but I think there's certain, if you don't feel comfortable working this particular project, then just say no, I don't feel comfortable. You just
Absolutely.
you just move on. Wonderful. Now, I think as an American, I feel very privileged to live in a country where you can pretty much express any type of opinion, that bothers you. Now, as the current political situation in America is so divisive, it's just so very stressful. It makes you want to go, ah!
Yeah,
Now,
absolutely.
yeah. So, do you think America should abolish, let's say, the two-party system? Because either you're Democrat or Republican. If you're not one of us, then you're the enemy, vice versa. I know there are a lot of people who think they're independents, but at the end of the day, they eventually will have to choose a candidate that belongs to a particular party. Do you think it's time for us to abolish the two-party system because they create so much chaos and division amongst Americans?
That's a heavy question. So in short, I do believe our binary system is now creating a large divide among Americans, and it is causing irreconcilable differences, as you mentioned. So our views of what like true America should look like is hindering our policymaking, and it is making it very difficult to govern. So I feel if we could abolish the electoral college and maybe be more mindful on the popular vote, and if we could have more partisan fairness in our districts where we don't have an outweighing of Democrats or Republicans, then I think that would really help the system and we would find a lot more success.
Mhm. Okay, that's a fair statement. However, let me interject because this whole debate whether or not we should abolish the electrical college is a bit controversial. I mean, what do you do? Let's say, I think the reason why the founding fathers thought about the electrical college is because they want to give a voice to citizens who do not live in the coastal areas where it's heavily populated. So in other words, they want to give a voice to farmers, to rural citizens, to people in the Midwest, so to speak. So that's why it's important to maintain the electoral college, because you're giving a voice to everyone, not just the people who live in New York City, Chicago, or Boston, or San Francisco. I think that's one of the reasons. But what do I know? That could change. That could change. Okay, move on. What are the three things you would like to change in this world?
We 100% need to connect ourselves back with nature. I full-heartedly believe that because we are one with nature. Nature is our home, and we've had a great disconnect among that. And it's time to kind of bridge that gap. And also, we need to have education reform and to completely abolish stereotypes because they make me so angry, and it's just awful for everyone, really.
Say it.
Yes. So those are my three.
Okay. Now, what do you think is the biggest environmental problems facing our planet today?
Actually, I believe it is my advocacy that I've chosen the water crisis because it does pose the most immediate risk to humanity and regional stability. And that is why I chose the water crisis, because even though it is a broad topic, it is the one that is the most immediate risk to us. So that is why it needs to be addressed.
Wonderful. Do you have any role models?
I don't. I can't. Well, no. Hear me out.
Okay.
I can't because I don't have one. I don't have one role model. So I find inspiration and admiration in honestly everyone I meet. So whether you're a successful business owner, a single parent, you go against the status quo, you have 1 million hours of community service, I am inspired by many. So that would be my answer to that.
Now, what would you think? What do you think is your dream job?
Okay.
Besides being a model. Well,
Right.
actually, a model doesn't count because modeling industry doesn't last very long anyway. So,
everyone has an expiration date, of course.
Yeah.
But since this is a dream, and I'd like to emphasize the word dream, I'd be a globe-trotting explorer who is also still a fashion model, who is president of the United States, and an owner. Yes, and an owner of an animal sanctuary. That would be my dream job. I'd be a very busy woman.
Wow. Speaking of animal sanctuaries, I think it's there's one, oh my God, there's this poor elephant. Her name is Mala. I think she has been in this sanctuary. Actually, it's more like a zoo, and she's all by herself. She's been there for like almost 40 years.
40?
And 40.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And people for the ethical treatment of animals, like PETA, has been like asking their supporters to sign this petition to have her, released. But she's still there. She's still languishing all by herself. And I think, it's just so sad to see all these poor animals, especially if the animal is very social
Exactly.
and living by itself. I think to me, just very tragic. And I think also, I'm not so sure how many Miss Earth contestants are into animal welfare or are into animal rights. But I think that's one of the major issues that for me is significant because I'm pretty active in animal. I'm vegan. I've been vegan for 20 years, so I'm very active in all these animal welfare, animal rights. But I still have to see a Miss Earth contestant that's actually pushing to improve the lives of animals, especially in zoos.
That would 100% be me because I honestly love animals. I kid you not, so much. And honestly, part of even in my future, I 100% want to own this animal sanctuary. And my goal was to not just have rescues, but even take the pets that families don't want anymore, empty the kennels, empty the humane societies, and just all have them in a nice open space where they can actually live how they're supposed to. And it's funny because just a few days ago, I reposted a meme on my Instagram, and it spoke of how we're complaining about isolation, but just think about all the animals that are isolated their entire life. And it was a photo, and it was all these animals that were isolated, and it was so sad. It was devastating.
Yeah, that is very sad indeed. Do you have a pet?
I don't anymore since I've had tons of pets, but since I'm traveling a lot and I wouldn't be able to take care of one properly at the moment, I don't, but I've had so many.
So, but if you were to become an animal in the next life, what animal would you be?
Oh, that's so hard. Gosh. That is so hard. I'd have to think about this.
But everybody loves dogs. Me,
I know.
I have a dog.
Honestly, I would want to try to be an animal that's really helping out the life cycle essentially. So I know this is probably gonna sound weird, but I know how bees are very, very imperative to our ecosystem. So it's like if I came back as a queen bee, and I'm saying queen bee, where I I get things going, and I'm like, I help out the hive, and I contribute,
You
and we
just
end up
keep reproducing. That's your job,
yeah,
baby. Just keep
and we just
reproducing.
right, and we just save all the bees. So it would be something I have to think about it, but that's what's coming to my mind at the moment. But there's
Nobody wants to be a cockroach. Everybody wants to be a bee.
yeah, cockroaches, they can handle themselves. They're like life-proof.
They'll survive. Even with the
Yeah,
nuclear war, they'll survive. So it'll be
they
fine.
survive everything.
Now, what do you think has been your biggest failure, and how did you overcome it?
So this is interesting because I don't think I've had my biggest failure, at least not yet. And to be honest, I don't really like that term because I feel if it's really failure, well, is it really failure if you've overcome it or if you've learned from it?
Mhm.
So I would say though, my biggest downfall is I'm my worst critic and I can be very hard on myself. So it's really about reminding me that life is about perspective. And the thing with perspective is that it can always be changed.
Right.
So that is, so I would say me. So I'm just really constantly trying to better myself without being too hard.
So you're 28, you're a millennial,
I
okay?
am.
You're a millennial. What do you think is the biggest problem facing your generation today?
Speaking on terms of my generation, the generation before me, since we are so close in age, I feel the biggest issue with younger generations today is facing the traditional mindsets of our older generations. So we are facing many issues that our elders do not understand, such as gender identity, our right to an education, ownership of our own bodies, and financial instability. So fortunately, by continuing to speak up and raise awareness of the issues that we face, will hopefully bridge that divide. Because my generation and the generation before me, we are known to be vocal and we're going to the streets and we're really protesting positively and trying to make a real impact to society.
So what do you tell a person your age or younger who does not believe in, let's say, personal accountability, somebody who prefers to live in the basement of their parents' house and who prefers to receive free stuff all the time?
Okay, but you mean,
Gimme.
but you're really speaking in terms of preference, right? Not because that's their only option, right?
Well,
Because sometimes it is their only option.
there are some people who want the government to pay for their education loans.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. People who will not vote for a certain candidate unless this candidate offers them something for free, like an iPhone or something, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of what you said, now that's what it goes back to education reform. One of the three things that I really think we need to address, because education is not affordable, especially in the United States. And we do need to adopt more policies to make that affordable to their students, because education is the root for change and is the root for everything.
Mhm.
So I would really have to speak on the individual basis pertaining to this question. And if you're really out there and not really caring about progress and moving forward, and you do kind of want the easy way out, then that's something that we have to address on a personal level, where I need to get to the root of the problem, because normally that is a issue with an insecurity, depression, possibly, where they don't feel that they have like the move to keep on just improving themselves. So that would be a difficult question I would have to answer, like in particularly.
Okay, well, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Wonderful. Now, why do you think, going back to the question of pageantry, now, why do you think people have such a very negative image or perception of pageantry now that you are Miss Earth USA?
So I'm going to answer this in terms of what I've seen and heard since I'm new. So pageantry could be stigmatized through the way that contestants are portrayed, and images can be heavily photoshopped and retouched and creating a slew of self-esteem issues.
Mhm.
However, pageantry, it's more than pretty faces and photos, and that is all that viewers see who are unfamiliar with pageantry.
Mhm.
But by continuing to highlight our intellect and our advocacy, I feel it's a great way to change the perception of the industry.
That's wonderful. Yeah, that's true because I mean, you know, one of the most popular arguments against pageantry is one made by feminists,
Mhm.
because they, to this day, they still believe that pageants objectify and sexualize young women. And I sometimes when I hear that, you know, I keep telling myself, these are adults, these are young women, you know, they can think for themselves, and they have chosen to participate in this pageant. there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Nobody's forcing them, to compete in a pageant. So you know what? Bye, girl.
Right. Bye bye.
Now, modeling could be a very stressful job. Being Miss Earth USA can be a very stressful position. What do you do to alleviate yourself with all this stress?
I tend to be a stressful person just because of everything that I just do. So I do step away when I am feeling just overwhelmed, and I try and collect myself. So I focus on breathing and I try to completely clear my head until I am a bit more composed so I can tackle each issue individually and not all at once. So what really helps me is to try and really step outside and kind of connect with nature. And I've honestly always have done that without even knowing it. So I never knew that being in nature was an emotional outlet for me until I looked back and I saw that every time I was upset or overwhelmed and I stepped outside, or I would just go outside, that was my first thing to do, go outside, I would just feel better. Honestly, looking at even images of scenic landscapes would just kind of clear my mind because I'm just focusing on something so beautiful in front of me. I don't have anything else to worry about. But the number one thing that you have to remember, it's the worst to act out of impulse and emotion, but that is the most human thing to do. So it takes steps to get there to kind of calm yourself down. But nature is definitely my go-to. It always has.
So how often do you exercise? Do you do
Oh,
yoga?
oh
Or
yeah. Oh yeah. So during quarantine, I was exercising at least a minimum of 5 times a week. That's a
Wow.
lot. Yeah, that's a lot. I was also an athlete my entire life, so I have really great muscle memory, so I can kind of pick things up like really quickly.
You
And
did, you did track and field, right?
I did, yeah, I did track, and I done a crazy amount of other sports, literally everyone. So yeah, I work out a lot. And now though, since things have picked up and I've been moving around a lot more, I haven't been working out as much, at least definitely not 5 times a week. So, but I feel it in my body as well. And I feel it in my mind. So, and I also, whenever I'm on the road a lot, it's also hard to eat right. So I really kind of need to get back. I'm going, I'm going away for a week to kind of collect myself after this. So I'm really going to try and get back on track, eating healthy, go to the gym, kind of get back to where I was.
So, as in terms of food, what is your weakness?
Oh my
Sweet,
goodness. Oh my goodness.
salty?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely sweet. Like everyone says, oh, I have a sweet tooth. I have sweet teeth. Like every single tooth is a sweet tooth. So it's sugar for me, like all the way.
Oh my God, yeah, me too, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I
sugar.
know. So yeah, you're definitely sweet and salty. You said, right? I
Yeah.
don't know how people can choose salty. Like I love salty, but it's like over sugar, like
Or maybe sweet and
over cake.
sour.
Oh, sweet and sour, like the little gummies. Yeah, I love those commercials. Whenever they would have like they would cut a little girl's like pigtail,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
that was their sour part, and then they
yeah.
would go be sweet and like go and apologize.
So how many glasses of water do you drink a day?
Okay, this is another thing. So I'm notorious for not drinking water. So I need to force myself to drink. Um, my nutritionist likes in my trainer like 90 ounces minimum, but that's really hard for me. So I can get like a 64-ounce in, but
Okay.
then there will be days where I kid you not, I don't even drink a full 12-ounce bottle. So
Right.
I really need to keep on it and drink as much water as I can. I actually have this jug, and it's a gallon jug, and your goal is to just drink the whole jug throughout the day, and it has like line markers for you.
Oh, okay. But it's weird because I know a lot of people drink a lot of water, but drinking too much water is really not good for you because it washes away some of the sodium in your brain. And the
Yeah.
less sodium you have in your brain, of course, you're going to faint. You're going to collapse. You
Yes.
know, so you really have to be very careful. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's interesting. It takes a lot of water though for you to face mortality, but it is very true. You can kill yourself by by being too hydrated, but
Right.
it takes a while to get there. But I 100% know what you mean.
Now, I see that you have the most beautiful, gorgeous, flawless skin.
Oh
What
yeah.
is describe us your beauty regimen? What do you do? What are your beauty secrets? Do you have any?
Um, I do, but you'll be very surprised to find that it's very simple. So
Share, please.
yes. So when I was younger, I was uh just facial product junkie. Like it was too much. And that's whenever I learned that less is more. So that is my simple tip, less is more. So what I do, sometimes, a lot of the times, I really just have a cleanser and then a moisturizer and that's it. But then I also—
Honey, don't you exfoliate?
well, no, not all the time, because it depends on your skin type. So my skin type, I can't really handle a lot of exfoliation. So I have to be very careful with that.
Okay.
And then, yeah. And then, so yeah, if I'm not doing a cleanser and moisturizer, sometimes if my skin's acting up a little bit, I'll add a serum in the mix. So it'll be cleanser, serum, moisturizer. Sometimes I'll do an eye cream, not often. And then I'll also occasionally, I always include my facial masks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very nice if you get a chemical peel every once in a while, like a medical grade chemical peel.
Okay.
That is the safest for your skin. The whole microdermabrasion, that's very abrasive on your skin. And those who have skin types like me that can't handle exfoliation very well, chemical peels are the best. That's my advice.
Doesn't it hurt though? Like, does it burn your skin though? Chemical peel.
You might feel a little tingling and burning depending on the type of peel you get. Some of my chemical peels, I've never had an issue, but my mom, she would get very strong chemical peels where it would turn her entire face a different color and she would have to stay out of the sun for 2 weeks and then it would slowly peel off. That's my hair. And then, yeah, so it depends on the chemical peel that you're getting, but the ones I've had, I've never had an issue.
Yeah, I'm hesitant about getting a chemical peel ever since I saw that episode from Sex and the City when the character Samantha had a chemical peel to a doctor, and then her face just turned red. And that same day, she had to go to an event, a book signing club, you know, for Carrie Bradshaw, and she had to wear this veil thingy and dark sunglasses.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, that's amateur hour. Do not have an event after you just get a chemical peel. So she should have known better. Shame, Samantha.
Now, how do you handle criticism? Let's say somebody, okay, well, you know, pageant fans can be very brutal, okay? Mm-hmm. So when they first see like an image of you, like a face of you, they say, oh, I don't like her eyebrows, they're too thick. Oh, I don't like her nose, it's too pointed. Oh, I don't like her lips, it's just too big. How do you handle like superficial criticism like that?
To be honest with you, I would not have even seen them. So I literally pay no mind. Like for example, the Earth Talk that we did, there was over 1,000 comments. I didn't even look in them. I did what I had to do. I spoke with the other girls and then I was out. So like, I don't even pay mind. But of course, like if I do find something, it's inevitable, like on my page, if I only have so little comments and I don't see them, or I do see them, honestly, it's just kind of like my number one issue, because I was actually just doing a talk on mental health the other day. Anytime someone is bullying you, you have to remember it is coming from a place of insecurity in their own life where they need to kind of mask how they're feeling. So they're projecting that onto you. That is what you have to remember every single time you see something negative about you being said. That's just not very polite. So that is what I always keep in the back of my head. I just focus on me. I'm doing me. You do you. I hope that you don't troll me. But if you do, I mean, I'm honestly, I can't do anything about it unless like I delete the comment.
But wait a minute. Were you ever bullied in high school or in elementary school?
Oh, yeah.
Were you already tall when you were growing up and you were a child? Okay.
Oh, yeah. So I was bullied for being tall because I was muscular. Since I told you I was an athlete. Literally one of the boys, I was wearing a tank top and one of the boys came up to me and he asked me, he was like, why are you built like me? And I was like, why am I built like a boy?
Oh my God, are you like transitioning?
yeah, right. And then people made fun of me for my eyebrows because they were thick. And so quite honestly, even just to reiterate what I said, it is coming from a place of insecurity on their part. So you really have to take it with a grain of salt, but it is the hardest whenever you are younger. And that is whenever I was most affected by it, because I didn't have the proper coping mechanisms or the perspective to overcome it gracefully in that moment. So as I grew older, I learned that life is about perspective and you just have to keep on being you, because whenever you get older, those little comments won't matter anymore. As long as you focus on your path and you just have that tunnel vision, nothing can hurt you.
I 100% agree. You know what? Because the only thing that matters to me is what my friends and my family
Yes.
think. I really don't care what other people think of me because they don't matter to me, you know?
Absolutely. Block out the noise, keep going, focus on your group. That's it.
Exactly. I like that. Now, do you have any guilty pleasures?
Okay, so when in terms of guilty pleasure, I feel like it's such an oxymoron for me.
You
But
know, maybe online shopping. I don't know.
yes, right. So I do okay, I like to dance sometimes, like when dancing's
Ooh,
not appropriate, like not
what kind of
called for.
dance?
Oh, like I'm talking like if I'm in the store with a friend and we're in line to like check out and like the music is playing, I just start going. So like even when it's embarrassing on her part, but it's so funny to me. So I will just break it down anywhere I am. If I'm walking on the streets of New York, I always have my headphones in and I'm just kind of like grooving to myself. I'm like tapping my foot, like moving my legs, and like everyone else is doing the same thing really too. That's what I love about the city because there's so many people. It's too much energy to worry about everyone else. So
Yeah,
just focus on yourself. But
yeah.
oh, and I do like to eat dessert before dinner. That's a big one too.
That's
Dessert's very important.
oh, okay. That's interesting. Like okay, like what kind of dessert? Like chocolate,
Like
fruit?
if I'm having cake, I'm gonna have that
Ooh,
as an entree.
God, that's weird.
Right? But I tell you, I have a sweet tooth. That's me.
You know, speaking by the way of like eating habits, because I live in France. I was an exchange student. I lived in France for a year, and I noticed that the French tend to eat their salad last.
Mm,
In America, we eat them first, right? And
yes.
usually, when you go to a restaurant in America, they serve you this big, humongous salad plate, good enough for 10 people. You
Jeez.
know, in
Yeah.
France, no, it's just too much. You know, so
Yeah.
but they always serve the salad last. And then I realized, oh my God, that makes a lot of sense because all that fiber pushes everything that you've taken before and it helps in the digestive process. I thought it was very interesting.
That does make sense. That does make a lot of sense. And
Mhm.
did you know in Italy they also always have espresso, an
Of
espresso
course.
after their meal? Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I love
very
it.
interesting having like different cultures when it comes to dining.
Yeah. I know. I think when you talk about like what they call SAD, Standard American Diet, SAD, SAD, you know, it's just like you wonder why are there so many obese and overweight American kids?
I know why. Yeah,
Hello.
yeah. Look
It's
at
what
what's in our
it's what you
food.
take.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the quantity and the quality and
Oh
everything.
yeah. Portion size is not a thing in America.
Yeah. I mean, you know, cut down on this fried foods, girl. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
everything's
Everything
fresh.
is fried. Yeah.
Everything has to be fresh and preferably, you know, because I grow my own vegetables. I have a garden.
Amazing.
The best, girl, the
Yeah.
best. Yep. Everything is like, you know, ooh, garden table. Now, if you could have any superhuman quality, what would it be and why? Like if you were a superhero.
Okay, so I would like to be lucky because yes, adjust that crown.
I know. Getting this crown dent in my forehead. See,
Oh no! I can't. Oh my goodness.
better keep it on.
Those crystals are just so heavy.
Better keep it on.
A real queen keeps that on. You keep it on. But so I'd really like to be lucky because living a lucky life, oh my goodness. Like I just can't even imagine that. It would be just amazing. But then I also up there would also be flying and teleporting. If I could teleport, I could be everywhere and anywhere in the world in like a second. So
Yeah.
like that's awesome. Like anywhere. And I could be in the craziest places that really have even been untouched by human. Just to like kind of look at it for a second, don't disturb anything, just kind of like snap in, be like, oh, okay, and then
Yeah.
like snap.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would be wonderful. You know what? For me, I want to have the power to be invisible.
But what would you do with that? Where would you go?
I would spy on
I
people.
know
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
You'd be
and
so
sell their scandalous stories to tabloids.
smart. You'd sit there with your invisible like recorder as well,
Here
and
it
it just.
is. This is exactly what Hillary Clinton did. She's guilty.
Oh my goodness, yes, to be in the Oval Office. Oh my gosh, just to like,
Ah,
yeah.
hello.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
my goodness. Have all of America's secrets and the world's secrets. Okay, I like that one. I
North
like that
Korea.
one.
Hello, Iran. Mm-mm.
I like that. Hmm.
Do you think technology is hurting personal relationships? Because ever since the advent of the internet and you know iPhones and stuff and everything, we tend to. I mean, I'm not talking about social distancing per se. I'm talking about like general communication. Like, do you think technology is actually hurting personal relationships?
It definitely has the capabilities of hurting personal relationships, depending on how much it's used while you're supposed to be spending time with that person.
Mhm.
But I mean, it can often become addictive, as we have seen. And instead of
Mhm.
being in the moment and enjoying one another's company, you could be immersed in your phone.
Right.
So there are a lot of downfalls, but also technology has brought a lot of people together. And with technology, it makes it possible to have a close relationship with someone you don't even see every day. So
Mhm.
there are always pros and cons, but it depends on how you handle the situation for sure.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Now, do you believe in long distance relationships?
Well, I've had a long distance relationship.
Tell us, girl.
Did it work out? No, it did not.
Well, how long was the distance?
Oh, Africa. So
Oh, yeah, that is very long.
very on the other side of the world, of course. So, but of course, I've had long distance where it's just a couple states away as well. But the longest distance definitely was Africa. Um, I do believe in long distance relationships can work if both parties give 100%, because it takes commitment on both parts,
Mhm.
and it takes a lot of loyalty, a lot of faith, and a lot of trust. So I do think it is possible. You just have to find the right two people
Right,
to do it.
exactly.
Yes.
Okay, so are you seeing someone right now?
Well,
It's up to you. You know me, I like to ask personal questions.
yes. So, well, I am dating.
You
I
are?
would
Okay,
say
that's
that,
good.
but I do not have a boyfriend. So
Okay, so what qualities in a man are you looking for? I mean, what do you think would be the ideal husband eventually?
physically, like superficially,
Okay,
or
let's start with physically.
physically, okay.
Tall,
Physically, of
short,
course, tall. Of
tall.
course, tall, because I'm tall. But of course, if I find somebody I really connect with, then obviously the physical things don't really matter as much.
That's
But
true.
just preference wise, tall, in shape, because I take care of my body. So I would want my partner to as well, since it's a lifestyle.
Mhm.
Um, athletic, since I was an athlete, so very like agile, that. And I like brown eyes, but like I like dark features.
Mhm.
So like dark hair, dark eyes, um, like dark skin, like olive skin tone's great too. But I mean, I could see maybe a blonde, blue eye. Well, but like preference definitely has always been darker features.
Right.
I think that's basically physical. That's all physical.
Yes, it's interesting because I think love will find you when it'll find you. I mean,
That's
you
what they
never know.
say.
Sometimes you could expect, to be, oh, this is my Prince Charming. He has to be tall, blonde, blue-eyed. But then again, all of a sudden you fall in love with Danny DeVito, the short, fat dude. You know what I mean? So you never know. It's all about like
He's
chemistry.
my celebrity crush. No,
Danny DeVito.
no, I'm kidding.
Taxi.
Yeah. So funny, but that's so true, because to be honest, all of my past relationships never were based on physical appearance, because to be honest with you, I was never even attracted to them in the beginning. But then I got to know them, and then I started to get a crush on them, and then I was just like head over heels. So for me, my attraction always was built off of emotional. So
Well, you know
it's
what? I
really,
think I think since you like to dance, I think you're better off with a tall person who also knows how to dance.
oh yeah, they could lift me. We could do,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. And do the dip or whatever. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Yeah,
we're
that'd
good.
be wonderful. Now, as far as character, qualities of a character.
Trust and honesty, it's just huge for me, especially because I've been there with like long distance relationships, not knowing things. So being honest and having open communication is 100%, like there's no negotiating. Like you need honesty.
Right.
And also I like a man who's funny. I like a man who's confident. And I am a bit traditional in some ways, where I like chivalry. So I would love if like
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
agree.
So I would love if you open the door for me, even open the car door, like help me out, like all that stuff. So I mean,
Pay
it's
for
not,
your dinner and
oh,
lunch,
that would be sweet.
everything, honey.
Okay, let me tell you something. I don't know
Buy
what
you a
it
mansion someplace.
is, right? I wish. But every date I've been on for a while now, I've always been the one to pay. So yes. So it would be nice if somebody like bought me something every once in a while. So yeah, that it's weird that that's been happening lately, but I mean, I don't know why. But
Yeah.
like those are kind of my main qualities. And I also like somebody ambitious and passionate as well, so we can kind of work together and be like more a team, because I'm passionate about a lot of things. So and someone outgoing too, because I'm a bit outgoing and obviously I like to talk a lot, if you've noticed. So somebody that would just compliment me, because that's what a relationship is, complimenting each other.
Yes.
So that's what I'd like.
Totally
what about you though? Are you seeing anyone?
Honey, I'm married to my husband for like
You're
what?
married?
Yeah, for like 20 odd years. You know what I mean?
20 years? Okay, well that's
Yes, yes.
successful.
How do you think we can afford living in this beautiful mansion? You
In
know,
LA,
like,
right?
yeah. No, honey, Massachusetts, baby.
I thought you were in California.
No, I used to live in San Francisco, but I moved. Yeah, I left
Oh,
years ago. Yeah. Now I moved
oh,
to
okay.
I moved to Massachusetts. Actually, I call it MAGA-chusetts. Uh, I live like 15 miles away from Providence, Rhode Island, but I love it living in the country. I used to
Oh,
live
I
in
love
we
Providence.
moved to the country. Have you
Okay.
been to Providence?
Oh yes, beautiful. Like if you want to talk about mansions, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Hello. Yeah, Westport Mansions was.
Ridiculous.
Oh my
Like
God.
honest, oh my
We
email
need,
just
we
popped
need
up.
to visit these mansions. Oh my God.
Seriously, let's go on a tour, because I went on a mansion tour there, and it's so funny because I kind of broke away from the pact,
Yeah.
and I like descended down the staircase like it was mine. I just pretended
Yeah.
I was so young. I was like 12, but
Yeah.
like I definitely need to go back.
Actually, I want to go this Christmas because I've never seen the Christmas decorations in any of these mansions, and I heard they're beautiful. They're to die for. So I
Oh
want
my
to do
God.
that really one of
I
these
would love-
days. Yes.
Please invite me.
Of course, we're gonna go together after you and Miss Earth.
Okay, and I'll bring my crown.
Now, what is your dream vacation?
Okay, so when it comes to dream vacation, there honestly, oh my goodness, there's seriously so many places that I need to visit. Like not want to, need, because I just love seeing this world. Like this planet is fascinating. So I would love to go on a proper Amazon expedition. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, in the jungle, like going around my like machete, but
Like
in the
what's her face? Katy Perry in her video Rome.
Oh,
Rome.
I haven't seen Rome.
Oh my God, you haven't seen that?
No, I haven't. I haven't watched many Katy Perry movies except like,
Oh,
yeah. Oh, California Girls. I've seen
California Girls. That's one of my favorite too.
that. Yeah, I would be like full Amazonian gear, like
That's right.
yeah. Okay. And then I'd love to of course travel to Antarctica, as I mentioned Antarctica earlier. And I'd like to sail the seas like a pirate. But I would like to honestly sail around the world, like be on the water for like nonstop for like 6 months. I think that would be amazing. And just imagine how incredible it would be to be literally in the middle of nowhere, just surrounded by water, pitch black, no lights, no man-made lights, and just seeing, like, there has to be, honestly, you would just probably experience so many things that honestly not many people have. So I would love to just be out there.
Now, if someone were to make a movie about you, which actress do you think would play you, or which actress do you want to play you?
Okay, so in terms of want to play and then who I think would play me, now I've been hearing a lot that
What do you
Gal
look like?
Gadot, but Gal Gadot looks like similar.
Oh, I do see resemblance. Yeah.
So, and she's Wonder Woman, which is awesome. So like I wouldn't mind her playing me. Natalie Portman's kind of cute, and I've also heard that we kind of look similar, like up in here.
But she's petite though. She's short.
She's very petite. She's very petite. But we throw some stilettos on her, you know, like get a shorter guy.
That's right.
Oh, honestly, let me see. I mean, Gal Gadot is pretty.
What would be the title of that movie?
Oh my goodness. I feel like A Day in the Life is so cliche because that's like such a like novel title.
Yeah.
I would say,
I should be on the cover of Vogue magazine. That's a title.
Right? Honestly, I think it would be like a pun off my name of coffee, like
oh, okay.
Waking Up with Coffee, or like what would be like about my life. So like a movie.
Oh, I like that.
Can't get enough coffee or
Can't
something
get enough
like
coffee.
That. Yeah, like
it's coffee time.
Coffee time. Yes.
Break, something like that.
Yes. So something like a play on words for that.
Yeah. Would it be like a drama? What kind of genre would it be? A comedy, a musical, a horror movie.
Ooh, can you imagine horror? The whole thing horror.
Halloween, yeah.
Right? I honestly, I really do love comedies, so it would be comical, I think for sure. Maybe a mix of like comedy, rom-com, a little bit of drama, but mostly, I think mostly comedy. Yeah.
Are you ticklish?
I'm going to say no. I used to be, but not anymore. There's one time, okay, did you know like tickling is actually a torture method?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of tickle fetish.
Oh, okay, fetish is different.
Wow.
but like tickling is used to be a torture method like way back when, and it's because it kind of sparks an area in your brain where you think that your body has to go into like a defense mode. So whenever I was younger, my sister would tickle me to the point, I'm laughing on the inside, but or on the outside, but on the inside I'm like hurting and I'm scared and I'm like, stop tickling me, because like it's triggering that part in your brain. But as today though, I would say no, I'm not ticklish.
It's funny you mentioned that, the torture part, because there is the expression tickle to death. So people die.
Exactly.
Wow.
Google this. It was a torture method that people actually did when they would tickle. Yeah. It's so interesting to tickle.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
But yeah.
Now, where do you see yourself, let's say like 5-7 years from now? Family, maybe?
So what I would say in the next 5 years, I would still be working in the fashion industry, probably transition into film and television as well, because I would love to have my own docuseries where I would just kind of travel the world and explore different places, introduce different cultures and lives like to people around the world. Also, I would have my law degree by then because I was part of the pre-law program. So I need to go back and fulfill my previous dream. And then by that time, since I would have my degree, I would probably also be working on implementing legislation that would be beneficial to the world, not only just my country, but to the world. And also I would, own that sanctuary. So that would be up and running.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Do you like playing games?
I do like playing games.
Okay, let's play this game. It's called Fast Talk. Okay. So I'm going to give you two things, and you just pick what do you prefer, what do you like? Okay. Ice cream or yogurt?
Froyo, yeah.
iPhone or Samsung?
iPhone, but I should say Samsung because my iPhone is really irritating me.
Lights off or lights on?
Lights on because I'm afraid of the dark, but with the renewable energy source.
Comb or brush?
Brush.
Okay.
Definitely.
Left-handed or right-handed?
Right-handed. I'm right-handed.
Brown eyes or blue eyes?
Brown eyes.
Me too. Chocolate. Money or love?
Okay. With money, I could travel the world and see the world as I wanted. And I could do a lot of good with money. So I'm going to say money because love can always wait for me.
Okay, that's a very practical response. Yeah, I think most everybody would choose money too. You know.
To be honest, yeah.
Plus, with money, you can also buy love. So hey.
Exactly.
Now, hairy boyfriend or smooth boyfriend?
That's such a funny question. Okay, honestly, I like both, so let that be known. But I think I'll choose smooth. Okay.
What is your favorite color?
Don't have one.
Favorite flower?
I don't have one.
Oh, come on, Lindsey. Come on. Sunflower. Everybody loves sunflower. It's my
Those are kind of cool, and they're very tall, so I like that.
And they always smile.
And they face each other when there's no sun. That's beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. It is beautiful.
So I do like that.
Favorite holiday?
I don't really have a favorite holiday.
Okay. Favorite Starbucks drink?
I don't like Starbucks.
Yay! Woo!
Oh, yay? You don't like Starbucks either? Right? I don't get the hype.
I mean, it used to be good like 15 years ago, but their coffee quality went down really, really bad.
Yeah, and their food looked like plastic, like in the shelf. It's terrible. There's a protein box, which has like 2 eggs and cheese and crackers, is like 600 calories when it really should be like under 300. It's crazy. They have so many preservatives in their food. Yeah,
I know. Buy Starbucks.
Yeah,
I prefer Dunkin' Donuts, actually.
Oh my God, me too. Okay, we just became best friends. I love Dunkin' Donuts. Their hot chocolate is actually one of the most commercial hot chocolates that I like enjoy. So yeah, Duncan all the way.
Wonderful. Another game.
Okay.
Would you rather have more time or have more money?
Okay, well, with time, if I had more time, I could make more money. But then if I had more money, I can buy time because you can buy anything with money.
That's right.
But I'm gonna say time just because I would like to get to where I'm getting on my own, and I would like to live in the moment a lot more.
That's true. And you can't put a price tag, let's say, on a family time, family quality time.
Exactly, because yeah, time runs out pretty quickly these days.
That's true. Know all the world's languages or speak with animals.
100% speak with animals. Next.
Okay. No one shows up to your wedding. No one shows up to your funeral.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say no one shows up to my no one shows up to my funeral because I'm just hoping, maybe not hoping, but like maybe all my friends just passed before me. So that's why no one went. So I'm gonna say no one comes to my funeral.
Okay. Stuck in an elevator or stuck on a ski lift?
I would be stuck on a ski lift, even though I would probably get hypothermia. It would at least be a very pretty view.
But you're athletic. You can probably like jump off the lift, right?
Jump down 50 feet. Yeah.
Exactly. And roll over and stuff and everything.
Yeah.
Go to dinner alone or go to concert alone?
Oh, dinner. I go to dinner alone all the time by myself. And I also go to movies by myself. I love it, to be honest.
And people are thinking, oh, look at that sad looking girl. She's all by herself.
But I would be, no, they would be like, oh my God, look at that fierce, strong, independent woman. She doesn't need a man. That's
hey, hey, that's right.
Yeah.
Now, get a brand new house or a brand new car.
New house.
Okay. We all want a house.
Yeah, house is important.
Especially if the mortgage is fully paid.
Oh, for sure, 100%. But you got to worry about those taxes though, too.
That's, oh my God, right. Unless you move to what, New Hampshire? What? Oh, New Hampshire. New Hampshire does not have property taxes, I believe.
Oh my God.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. They do have property taxes, but they don't have any sales taxes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, a few states don't have sales tax. So.
Yeah, I think every state has property tax anyway. So.
Yeah.
Go on a vacation with friends or go on a vacation with your boyfriend?
Well, since I don't have a boyfriend at the moment, I'm going to say friends.
Whatever. Last game.
You're my boyfriend, then you can come.
Okay. Last game is called Give a Wrong Answer.
Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, you're just going to ask me a question.
I'm going to ask you a question and you have to give me a wrong answer, okay?
Okay.
What is the capital of New York?
Or New Orleans.
New Orleans. What is your favorite food?
Sushi. Oh, well, no, tuna fish. We'll say tuna fish because I do eat sushi, but vegetarian sushi.
Okay. When did America become a free country?
2000.
Girl, that is way out. I love it though. Why do dogs bark?
Because they want to go shopping for new clothes. For like a new leash. Some people dress them up in clothes.
That's right. What happened to Cinderella after the clock struck midnight?
Oh, she won the lottery and then she ended up moving to Cabo.
Ooh, that would be wonderful new version. Yeah, totally. Who will be crowned Miss Earth 2020?
Rafa.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
And who will win 2020 US presidential elections?
Me.
Yeah.
President.
Yeah, girlfriend. Listen, I had so much fun.
I did too. I had a blast.
You know what? We're gonna do this again after you win Miss Earth 2020. I'm going to hound your press relations director, Kia. Yeah, I want to talk to her again, over and over again, because I feel I really have a very, 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 very good vibe. that
Thank you.
you're going to take it all. You're going to take it all. Now, would you like to say some message to your beloved fans?
Oh, absolutely. I love whenever I get to have a message. So honestly, I want to say thank you to honestly everyone that is supporting me like wholeheartedly. I am so grateful because as I've said this before, as I am new and I don't know what I'm doing, seeing all of your support and your reinforcement means that I'm on the right track, and just to keep on doing what I'm doing and know that I'm going to get there. So thank you all so much. And I hope you still keep on encouraging me and supporting me and following my journey to Miss Earth. And I'm really excited for this year. So let's see what happens.
Well, have you been practicing your winning reaction? Show us some sample, please.
Okay. So I'm just, since it's virtual too.
Okay, the first runner-up is Miss Antarctica, and Miss Earth 2020 is USA!
No, this is not. Oh my God, thank you guys so much. Oh my God, this is not happening. This is a dream. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's my reaction.
Love it.
I honest to God, I would probably cry. I would like break down. My actual reaction, instead of being like, oh my God, thank you, it would probably be like, oh my God. I would just like cry, ugly cry.
You're all by yourself in that studio, in that room, right? Nobody's going to be.
Oh yeah. No one will be with me, but that computer screen is going to be there, and they're going to see me like ugly cry in my makeup. My eyelashes will probably fall. Yeah, I would just like drown in my tears. But yeah.
Oh, that would be wonderful, and I can't wait for crazy pageant fans to create all these stupid memes about you.
Right? Goal in life, be a meme.
Listen, sweetie darling, good luck.
Thank you.
All the best. And I really, I can't wait for you just to see that crown on your beautiful, lovely head.
November 29th.
November 29th.
Okay.
And we'll talk again. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And we love you.
I love you so much.
Virtual hug.
Thank you so much. I've had so much fun. Virtual hug.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye-bye.